North Dakota's archery deer season opens at noon on Fridays, and hunters should take some time now to review those regulations. And joining us with those details is Doug Leier from the North Dakota Game and Fish. Now, Doug, what are some of those regulations that people really need to know about?
Yeah, and that's a really good place to start, is knowing the rules, taking some time to review those. And oftentimes people just get up the day of the hunt and they head out the door, and you can maybe save yourself some headaches if you go through some of those rules and regulations. And probably one of the first things is that you need to have a general game and habitat stamp. So yes, you have to have a deer tag, an archery deer tag, but you also have to have a general game and habitat stamp. So that's a point to put on there. And if you purchase your archery deer tag at one of your regular outlets, you can get it printed off right there. But if you buy it through the Game and Fish Department online system, it's going to take some time for it to get printed off and to get mailed out. So there's some timing issues that can take place. There's the typical scenario is more preparation, more planning is the better payoff. You're going to have a lot better results if you put in some prior preparation and planning. And that's kind of what we're trying to get out there to people, is to plan ahead.
And if people had maybe a hard time planning ahead and they decide some buddies are going to do this hunt and they want to apply for that deer tag, can they still get one, on Friday when it opens? Yeah,
they can. And that's one of the real great advantages of our archery deer tag is it might be the middle of September and you decide that, hey, I'd love to go archery deer hunting, and you can buy a tag. We don't go through a lottery process with a deadline like we do for the regular gun season. You're not restricted to a unit. So you could hunt maybe in Williston on one weekend and in Wahpeton the next weekend. There's a lot of fluidity to the archery deer season, which is part of the draw for hunters. Is there's a lot of different options, a lot of different avenues that you can explore that really makes it kind of a hunter-friendly season.
Can you get more than one tag?
You can only get one tag, but you can hunt the entire season. So sometimes you might want to hold on to that tag. You might want to spend some time out there in September and October, and then some people like to wait, then they'll go back out in Christmas. And so there's really some great advantages and some opportunity. But nonetheless, for some people, shooting a buck in velvet is an opportunity that begins at 12 noon on Friday, and that's definitely got some people smiling.
And how long do people have to use their tag? How long is this season?
It's a long season. I have not sat down to count out the days. One of the longest seasons we have, and it goes until, I think, January 9th. So, right, we're already talking 2019. We don't want to bypass the rest of summer and skip through fall, but that's definitely something where you can buy the tag now, and you've got plenty of time to fill that tag.
Definitely. Oh, well, Doug Leier, North Dakota Game and Fish, thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome.